Okay, this is going to be a quick video on how to put on the RJ45 Keystones. These Keystones right here are Slimline Keystones. They're really there's not a lot of space in between the two sides, makes them a little tougher. I also have another set of Keystones that I use for my wall plates only that are wider, a little easier to manage. Plus these Slimlines are a little more expensive, but the Slimlines are the ones that you'll need to put on the patch panel. So always Slimlines to the patch panel. Okay, so my assistant here, she's already got everything all untwisted. She's already done the she's already gone ahead and used the strippers on it. Again, I want to note on the strippers, make sure you don't cut past the sheathing so you cut into your wire, because that's when they'll break. All right, so we're using B, and it's all color coordinated. So we have the first one is orange, the second one is orange, white on the left side.
Your hand is in the way of the video.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's orange, white, and then there's green, white. So B, and then on the other side, brown, white, blue, white. Okay, so first thing she's gonna do is get one of the lines in. And again, like I said, these are a little harder to manage because there's very little space. Then she has her little punch tool, and on the punch tool, you'll notice, I'll let her hold that out. It's got a pointed side. The pointed side goes on the side where you're trying to cut the extra wire off. So she's gonna stick that in there. She punches it down. And that is now punched down. So now she'll go down and do that individually on each and every one. And some people, like I'm able to put them all on because I can pull down the wire hard enough to get it to stay in there for a second until I can punch them all down. She prefers to just do it this way. It's easier for her. So whatever's easier for you. It does help on the Slimlines though to put your orange in, and then your brown, and then orange white, and then brown white, because there's not a lot of space in there, and that way the wire doesn't get all crowded in there.
Green.
Also, one thing, when you're using the surface to punch this down, remember not to try to use the drywall because it will put a dent in the drywall. Always try to find a hard surface. Use the ladder,
desk, ladder, chair. Oops.
Even the back. You can use the backboard that you're working with,
but not the wall.
Our backboard is right here, and we're getting ready to. I've already got my bracket up. So while she's finishing that, one thing I want to go over in the bracket. If you see, the bracket has a hinge so that you can swing it out for service later. Our wire is coming down this side, so you want to make sure your bracket, the hinge is on the side where your wire comes down. If I had flipped this around and the hinge was on this side, then, and I brought my wire and I already had it tied down, then it wouldn't let me fold it. It wouldn't let me fold it out this way. So just a little note: always put the hinge on the side where your wire comes down. Okay, she's almost done down here.
Oops, I didn't mean to drop that. That's the finished product.
Okay, so all those are all punched down, nice and neat. Cut off on the sides so that it looks professional. And then she'll put the cap on. Now this is 1cc. So here is your patch panel. Now as you can see, what we do is we go ahead and label them all before we come. And as you can see, what we want is one strip label for all of these, not individual labels. You could do a spacing where you can make the label go all the way. We use the Brother P-Touch, which I'll get you a picture of that in a second. And then over here for 21, 22, and 23 are our access points. So this is up and the clip is up. So she's gonna stick that in real fast. All right, so that's fastened in. And now I'm gonna have her hold the camera for just a second. You also will find in your, this bag right here. So these are the little zip ties. And what you're going to do, this is about one of the only places you're gonna zip tie instead of use Velcro strips. And the easiest way I found to do this is to just go ahead and get your zip tie around and get it started. And this is I always use it on the top because it makes it really easy. So I've got it started, and then there are individual little hooks here, so then I can just bend it. I can get it hooked in, zip tie it down. Don't pull these super tight, just tight enough that they hold the wires, and always have this clip up so if they ever have to be cut off, it's easy. And so that's what we're gonna do for each and every one, all the way down, have it zip tied, nice and neat, and we'll bring the wires. I can use black zip ties or whatever to kind of get the wires to turn, but they'll all play nice and neat along here, and then they'll go up, which I'll show you that finished product in a little bit. Now, if you are going to only use this tool to punch down, you can pretty much stop the video here. But I'm going to show you, we ordered these fittings from Cable Matters, and this is the tool that works specifically with these fittings. And this makes the life a little easier. But it does take a little bit of skill and getting used to. So I'm going to show you, in case you wanted to order this tool from Cable Matters and you had the Cable Matter fittings that go with it, you could use this. If not, you can just stop the video. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing that she did, except I'm going to put all the stuff on before I do anything. So I'm going to put all of my wire in. And the trick to these that makes it work really well is that you've got to leave a little bit of slack on the inside right here. So you got to have just enough slack on the inside there so that when this tool presses down, it can press that down. So just that's really the biggest trick to getting these to work correctly. So again, I get my finger in here, I just pull mine down a little bit, and now I've got it kind of grabbing it for a second so that I can pull the next one down. And then I'll just finish these real fast. Okay, and blue and blue white. So as you see, I don't have to do them one. She likes to do them one at a time, punch them down, makes it easier for her. I've got them all in here, but they're not completely punched down. So now I take the tool, and as you can see, there's a little groove, blade side up. I put this, wiggle this inside so that it goes in nice and flat like this, and then it's just like any crimping tool. It's like any crimping tool. I just crimp. It cuts all my wire. Just kind of got to wiggle that out, and then I didn't push hard enough. But so the other thing that I want you to do, because until you should always check this, since if you use that tool, if you notice, I'm checking to make sure all of them got pressed down. If one of them didn't get pressed down, I did that one just fine, so all of them got pressed down. It's easier if just one to take your tool real fast. Let's say this one didn't press down, press it down, and you're done. But this tool can save you time since you're doing so many of them. It just depends on preference, whether you use this one or you just do with the regular punch down. Okay. We'll come back with another video here in a second to show you pretty much how the patch panel is installed, and that will basically be the final for the backboard of as far as just the wiring and termination. So.